Between the 15th and 17th centuries, humanity lived through the age of geographical discoveries, during which a significant number of adventurers and sailors embarked on perilous journeys, enduring weather fluctuations and diseases like scurvy to discover sea routes and geographical regions previously unreachable by humans living in the ancient world. Furthermore, these geographical discoveries did not cease in the 17th century. Despite a decline in their frequency, many adventurers continued their journeys, which led them to new areas of the earth. Among these adventurers, history remembers the name of the Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen, who became, in 1911, the first person to reach the South Pole. Meanwhile, Roald Amundsen, born near Oslo on July 16, 1872, decided to follow the path of maritime adventures and geographical discoveries after the remarkable success achieved by Fridtjof Nansen in 1890, coinciding with his success in discovering important regions of Greenland. In hopes of fulfilling his dream, Amundsen participated in an adventurous journey to the Antarctic continent between 1897 and 1898 aboard a ship captained by the Belgian Adrien de Gerlache. During this expedition, the ship reached Graham Land, and its crew spent the winter in the Bellingshausen Sea, where they barely survived scurvy thanks to the intervention of American doctor Frederick Cook, who provided them with a diet primarily based on penguin meat. Between 1903 and 1905, Roald Amundsen's name became prominent in global newspapers when he led an expedition through the Northwest Passage, mastering the technique of using sled dogs for transportation. Following the successful exploration of the North Pole by several American adventurers in 1909, Amundsen decided to turn his attention toward the South Pole. On June 3, 1910, this Norwegian adventurer left Oslo heading for the South Pole, coinciding with the beginning of a second expedition led by the British Robert Falcon Scott to reach the same area. On January 14, 1911, Amundsen set up his main camp at the Bay of Whales, which served as a key entry point to the Antarctic continent. By October 19th, he and his companions left the base, relying on sledges pulled by dogs, thus beating his British counterpart, Robert Falcon Scott, who departed 12 days later. On December 14, 1911, Amundsen fulfilled his dream by reaching the South Pole. Upon arrival, he planted the Norwegian flag and left behind a number of rescue tools for his rival, Robert Falcon Scott, in case he reached the same location and faced a health crisis. Amundsen also left a message for the King of Norway in case of his death on the return journey to his homeland. Meanwhile, the British Robert Falcon Scott failed to achieve what Amundsen had. Just 17 kilometers from a food depot, Scott and 4 of his companions died at the North Pole due to the cold weather and hunger. The British eventually found their bodies, along with several of Scott's final messages, about a year later. 16 years after his Antarctic adventure, Amundsen met his own tragic end. At the age of 55, he disappeared in the Barents Sea on June 18, 1928, while participating in a search for the remains of Italian General Nobele's plane.